Hello. Hopefully I am on and you can see me more clearly than the last time, thanks to a new webcam. So, welcome. I am Laura Pieratt, and I am very happy to be with you again on Doves for Peace. Today is a very special day. It is the winter solstice. So we will be doing some global group intentions for the solstice, and it is also Brother Sean's birthday. So I want everybody to join me in welcoming Brother Sean a very happy birthday, and just hold him in your heart, and Doves for Peace, which is his heart's desire, that it may grow and thrive and reach many, many people, because he has poured his heart and soul into this work for quite a few years now. And if you wish to donate, there is now a donate button on the website. So he, because of his vows, is not allowed to ask for donations, but I am not limited by that. So I will ask on behalf of Doves for Peace, if not behalf of him, and invite you to contribute if you feel like you are benefiting from this. I donated yesterday for his birthday. Send him a little gift. So anyways, I really welcome you today. We have a lot going on with the solstice, and I'll read a little list of what you can expect in the next hour. I'm thrilled you're here to join me, and those who will be joining in the archives too. Remember that time is not a limit. Time and space are not limits for spiritual work. So we're going to be doing some solstice intention today, which is global for the United Nations. And the original intention went out at 11:11 this morning. But if you catch this in the archives and it's not today on the solstice, don't limit yourself by that. Definitely lend your energy to what we will be doing in the next hour here, because I am joining a fellow light worker who's doing great global work, and her name is Nina Brown. So I'm going to be piggybacking on her solstice work and intention today, because it is so important dealing with the United Nations. And in addition, let's see, we will be doing, we'll light a candle for peace. Let's do that now, because we do that every time. And that is something that Brother Sean has asked. And remember, it is a symbol of, here's my candle. It is a symbol of the light that we hold within. And the light of peace is really just, peace is created by our intention, by our love, and by our thoughts, and by recognizing we are not as limited as we think we are. And when you look out in the world around you and you're not seeing peace, and you're not seeing people contributing to peace, you're not seeing truth, because there is very much going on in that, also in that vein. It's just not reported as much in the news. So look around you, in your heart, in your life, and in all the kindnesses and activities of peace. The times that people step back from aggression and just let the energy of the moment, whether it's in a household with families, whether it's at a workplace, or whether it's between nations, how many times have there been potential for something to escalate, and people step back, and they get in their hearts, and they get in their spirit of solution, and they look for another way. So peace is everywhere, and it is a massive potential right now. So much of my work last year had to do with love, the energy of love. And you'll find a 6.5-month daily journey that is absolutely free, available on my website, laurapieratt.com, and I'll spell that for you later. But it is something that Spirit asked me to do just about this time last year, to create a daily podcast for love, for the transmission and energy of love. So as we go forward in this hour, you're going to experience light language. And last year, my work was all about a daily dose of love, and it's light language transmissions for healing and spiritual transmission for ascension, spiritual raising of the energy of consciousness and of the vibration that we're holding. So this year, I'm really feeling guided so much into peace. We're going to be working a lot with peace and compassion this year. At least that's how I'm being guided. So I hope you'll join me and stick around and put your hello into chat, and I will be directing some of the light language transmissions for healing according to whatever I see in the chat line. So I hope that you'll join me and contribute and be a doorway for others by coming forward with what it is that you need, and we'll globalize that and put out a light language transmission that will help people heal along the lines of whatever it is you're asking for. Okay, so take a minute and light your candle for peace if you haven't already. And if you don't have a candle handy, just, hold the intention to light that light of peace in your heart. And carry that all year, because it really matters. Everything you do matters. And I thank you for that. So a little later as well, I have a recent channeled message to share with you. I channeled it for the Sedona Journal of Emergence, but I'm going to bring in parts of it today. You'll get the whole thing in the Sedona Journal, probably sometime around March. But I'm going to read parts of it today and do a light language transmission based on what my guides were sharing with me for the world also. And what else? We're going to do, in the end, and there will be some other things in between based on what you share in chat, but in the end we'll do a special holiday blessing with light language to activate and energize that into your lives and through you into the world. So I see a few people chatting. I'm going to check what's going on. And it looks like it's Brother Sean. So he's with us. Let's just hold a wonderful birthday blessing for him. Aki, ako, takasa, sumakai, alaki, alakota, subakai, omakai, alaki, alokai, om. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana. Halehe, sakai, omakai, beano katene kiawa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, om. Kaiwa kotakasi, ala. So holding gratitude for Brother Sean and all that he has done and the space he has held for peace and the many people he's inspired to come forth as he has myself. He is charming and gracious and such a good, pure soul. And so I am delighted and honored to support his work by being here and presenting with you today. So I'm grateful for all that join us in that. So, Brother Sean, thank you. And now we will move on to the solstice. And as you know, it's in the northern hemisphere. It's our longest day of the year, longest night of the year, I'm sorry, the longest period of darkness, longest stretch before we began moving back into the light. And of course, in the southern hemisphere, it's just the reverse. But in our global experience, there is something that matters all the time in both hemispheres, and that is how our countries get along and how we negotiate disputes and how we solve global impact crises such as the Ebola virus and other conditions of peacekeeping or supplying the medical and the humanitarian aid needed for crises in places. So Nina Brown is somebody doing wonderful work in this world as a light worker, and she has a friend at the United Nations who has invited her to speak there. But what she really has asked us today, and I want to join and use my time here with you to get your support, and anyone listening later in the archives, please join. So I'm going to read to you just a small part of what she is doing with the global intention that she's asking everyone to share in. And then we will activate that in with some light language as well. This is my second time on Doves for Peace, so if you want to know more about me, you can go to the, oh gosh, I've forgotten what date it was, but you can go to my website and find, or on YouTube and find the earlier, find out all about me. I'm a channel and a healer, and there's lots of information about that. I don't want to spend time on that today because it's out there in, many forms for you to find. But I do welcome you to join me again on January 6th. Yes, January 6th. So Nina has asked for the higher realms of light to bless and support an intention for the United Nations. So I'm going to read you just a small amount and then we'll go on. An enormous chain of events will ripple across the universe. all will be focused on the United Nations returning to its original intention of peace and security for all nations, and decisions being made in the light. The light from the higher realms that is supporting this intention, and Nina got this in a channeled message, that they are absolutely, the great councils of light are definitely supporting this intention. So they're saying the light will be cascading down from the great central sun to Earth on that momentous day, winter solstice, December 21st, 2014, at 11:11 a.m. local time. And again, we don't need to worry about local time or not, but there are energetic properties with numerology, with astrology, with numbers that I don't even know the ins and outs of, but I do know they're powerful. My guidance has often been to do certain kinds of work on these solstices and equinoxes. Astrology websites can tell you more about that. Just join me, if you will, in this intent, because it is extraordinarily powerful when we all join together as one. Before we do, I'm going to put us all in our heart center and unify us as one heart-mind, higher heart linkage in this now. So if you'll drop out of your head, your mind, your worries, your thoughts of the day, and drop into your heart. Think about something you love, you treasure, that blesses your life in a wonderful way, and you can always count on it making you feel safe and healed and solid and well. Feel your feet on the earth, even if you're sitting in a chair somewhere in a building high above the earth. Imagine yourself connecting and walking on the earth, feeling the earth energy support you. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. You may even want to rock a little side to side to get your left and right brain in balance with each other, the hemispheres of the brain. Release all need and agenda and all illusion that you are limited, that you are a simple earth human struggling and lacking what you need to thrive. Later in this hour, we will bring in a transmission to assist you with expanding out of that limited frame of mind too. Nice deep breath. And we will begin this intention as one. Our intention will be, with love and for the highest good of all, we place our pure, conscious intention with the invitation to other beings of light and masters to do likewise. That the United Nations be blessed with positive energies and light, and that it will go on to fulfill its original divine intent of providing peace and security to all. This is so important. I'm going to say it again slowly and ask you to state it out loud with me as we go through it, because as you express outwardly in the world, you bring it into form. You bring thought, creation of thought, into form to manifest. With love and for the highest good of all, we place our pure, conscious intention with the invitation to other beings of light and masters to do likewise. That the United Nations be blessed with positive energies and light, and that it will go on to fulfill its original divine intent of providing peace and security for all. Aki akota sumhal kihalo, hale asa koyawa, ale e takayawa, malaki amakai, ewa kota sum, anaki alo kayawa kota kasi kayawa, baha, beheta, shumhal kihalo, ale sapakai omakai, ale ikiawa Malakialo kayawa, omakayawa ko tiki akota, mahasa, shumhalakai me awakota kasi awakota, shumhal kihalo kayawa, hum, maki akota kasalakai, hale e sakayawa, hum, anakialo kayawa kota kasi kayawa, be e takayawa ko chi akota kasa, Beawako, Ale, Alo, Ala, Ama, Ana, Ale, Alo, Ala, Ama, Ana, Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for lending your love, your light, your heart, your intention, and all that you are to an important global intention and initiative. It's so wonderful to feel the group energy. So I'm going to check chat here and see if anyone has introduced themselves and told me what they would like help with. And I'm not seeing that. So I'm happy to do healing, and I do that on, you can go to my website and find, you can sign for my post and you'll get notices. But I do that on other radio shows and in other ways in my posts, that sort of thing. So my work is always about healing. So if you want to place in the chat line something you would like healing for, or a release or help with, we'll direct some energy your way and let you be a representative so that we can globalize that issue, and others who will tune in later to the archives can be blessed as well. I welcome whatever you share. Okay, so I guess we will move on to the next thing I want to share with you today, but feel free to just write into chat and we will meet your need. I do want to let you know other things. I am a healer, so I do session work, which you can receive through scheduling on my website. But I also have a tremendous amount of free work available. There is a 6-month healing journey for transformation and ascension, and it's available in, there's like a little chalkboard sidebar on the website. You can sign up for that. You can also receive my regular posts as I want to share something. But this is something that will be a separate list, and you will get one a day for 192 days. So that's 6.5 months. You will get a daily dose of love each day into your email. And that will be something you listen to for 5 to 15 minutes a day. Very simple to work into a busy day. And if you get behind, don't worry about it. Just listen to 2 or 3 on another day. Catch up or slow down and go at your own pace. Just they'll keep coming into your email, and you can download them if you choose and put them on your MP3 player. So whatever way works for you, follow your intuition and your guidance. But I do want you to know that there's a lot of free tools and help, very powerful work available on my website. Many archived posts which have light language transmissions for various purposes. So you can scan the archives and find something that works for you. Also through CD Baby, you can download my 2 albums. So it's www.Laura, L-A-U-R-A, Pieratt, P-I-E-R-A-T-T.com. And looks like we have something here. I would like to send healing to the people of Pakistan in light of recent killings of 180 young schoolboys. Yes, I agree. It's a wonderful intention. And I invite all to join me again, live now and in the archives. Hosi hawa tokai mbahasa. Hate takai shiki hawa. Hotaki hawako. Mahana kaiwa. Mewa kotakasi kai. Behetaki hawako. Hante hetaki hawa. Homa kaiwa. Hane esaki anokotene kiwa. Mane awakota. Shubakaiwa. Masakahe. Hote hetaki hawa. Hotaki hawako shiwako. Ana. And of course, we are sending healing and comfort and light to the families and the people of the country so devastated by this, and by all people everywhere affected by terrorism, brutality, and violence. Hene e te kiawa ko te kasa, shubakaya no katene kiawa, hale e sakaya no katene kiawa, o mai awa ko te kasa, hata kiawa ko shi akota, mahana kaiwa, ewa ko te kasa, hota kai si kiawa kota, beana ko tene kiawa ko shi akota sa, bene e kiano kaiwa shiwa, be e te ki akota kasa, beana ko tene kiawa, Huntaki e takai o takasa, hale e sakaiwa, mone enki amakai, amakaiwa ko takasakai o chiwa, bene e kiano kotene kiawa kolakai o chi akota, abakaya no kotene kiawa, moch akiawa ko takasa, be e takai o makai eleki alako takasa, be e wako takasa, hane he takai. I can't help feeling the sadness as I tap into this issue. Mahata kaya no katene kiwa. Hale sakaya na kene e tiki. Hataka saba kaya antaka a. Hokaya wako takasa. Hane awako shi hawako. Anaki haro kaya no katene kiwa. Hotaka sala kaya makato. Shumakaya no katene kiwa. And I'm reminded just now of 2 police officers in New York, I believe it is, that were shot today. Amakaya no koteneki. So this random violence and harm to our brothers and sisters, we are all one. We are all one family of light, one family of humanity. And it is always sad, and there's so much loss and fear generated by these senseless acts. And so we're calling forth the divine solutions for peace, which may be beyond our current imagination, but it is possible. And later today we will read about that in the channeled message I recently received. So we're continuing. I just wanted to bring also in all of the healing needed around the country for shootings and, just this random violence and the love that can fill those spaces if we hold our hearts open for another way to live and be together in this planet. For seeing peace as a possibility, even in the places where it seems to have the meagerest potential. I guarantee you, if everyone held the intention for peace, it would be so. So we'll continue. Makayo no katene kiwa koshi akota. Hale e te kayo no katene kiwa. Masala kaiwa. Homakai omakai eleki alako takasa. Hale ki alo kaiwa. Homakaiwa kotakasa. Hewa kotakasi kaiwa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Hale e ki hakotakasa. Mea no katene kiwa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Ana. Ana. Sa. Ana. I am. Ala. Wow. Thank you. So that seems like a good time to lead into this other piece I was going to share that I channeled on December 18th. And I was also today reading in the Sedona Journal of Emergence a piece that had a paragraph I'm going to read because it's important to remember, and it jives very well with this other piece I'm going to share of my own. Rewrite your stories. Stop telling the story of a cabal controlling the planet. Truth is a matter of perspective, and it is imperative that you create a reality in harmony with your higher selves and your divine truth. That's my words, your divine truth, which will flow from your higher selves. Tell a new story about a world filled with beauty, harmony, love, respect, and compassion. Hold this vision even when you do not see it with your physical eyes, and watch your collective reality transform right in front of you. So that is one of the later chapters in a channeled message called The Symphony of Existence by Rainey Marie Hiley in the Sedona Journal of Emergence. So we are, well, one other little thing it describes is you are exploring the energy of duality on the earth plane, and therefore must realize that all energy carries a positive and negative charge. Your challenge, your mission, is to hold the positive charge. You are light masters, and this is your soul contract, to hold the light. You are transforming the world simply by shifting your perspective. And that's important to remember, because it's easy to forget that we are light masters, and that is our mission. It's not about what we're doing in our, daily agenda. It's about how we're being as we go about our daily agenda. And that's what matters, because that is how you are holding the light. And you wouldn't be coming to these broadcasts if you were not a light worker, if you were not a seeker, if you were not awakening. You would not be showing up in these venues. So take it to heart that this is your time. And that leads me into my message. It's several pages long, and it'll hopefully eventually be in the Sedona Journal. But I'm just going to jump into the middle so that we can take advantage of an energy transmission I'll bring through now, okay? Because I can't do light language in publication for the Sedona Journal. So this is from Ananda, and I didn't know who Ananda was. I had never heard from the being Ananda or consciousness group. It's a collective in this case. So I Googled to find out, and Ananda is, one moment here, literally in its translation means joy from all sides, happiness or bliss. In the spiritual context, it's an eternal aspect of Brahman, which we experience when we are united with Him. In the pure and unqualified bliss attained through union with the higher self. So historically, Ananda was Buddha's attendant, and due to his great memory, and he was the keeper of the suttas, he is known as the guardian of Dharma. So I want to ask you to join me in, again, your heart space, and stay in that space throughout this whole meeting that we have here, because it's not about me. It's about you. And what I am doing would have no meaning if we weren't sharing it. And as I share it with you, you share with me. And you make everything I do new and fresh and meaningful again. For it matters not how many times I share the love of God through the light language, the energies of the divine realms. It is always by the ones listening and receiving that it takes form in this plane. So as you receive it, it anchors in your auric field, in your Merkaba, and you carry it within you And it is offered even unconsciously without you realizing to anyone that you encounter that needs a blessing, that needs the energies that you have received. And I want you to know that all you have to do is be in your own heart space with your own higher self, and you will be doing the same as I am. You will be offering it in your own flavor. And it matters. It really matters. So Ananda says in this channeled message, asks the question, what is it that keeps you feeling limited and less than the radiant spirit you are? The only thing between you and that grand expression of you as light are your thoughts or ideas about yourself. The others, this plane, and the potentials you think are possible, and those you think are too grand. It is through your grand imagination, vision, trust, and knowing it is possible that you allow for the co-creation of the beautiful world in which you wish to live. That which you hold in your mind as likely and possible, most likely and possible, is that which you will create, and the opposite is true. That which you consider impossible or unlikely will not gain the energy of creation. So, if you hold a small vision or a limited one, you will fall short of creating heaven on earth. The grander vision of unity, peace, sustainability with nature, and planetary resources, and so much more. The world where you are free to thrive as your greatest expression of self, in harmony with all. And so Ananda goes on to say, we, because it's a collective consciousness, are unity field keepers, divine purveyors of a unified harmony of light fields, reflecting truth of Creator's will. The divine expresses in complementary colors, if you will. Unified fields, balanced and harmonious. We wish to assist you in bringing forth such fields of light for sustainable living, harmonized and supported by fluid light fields. We are speaking of the ability of light to overwrite, rewrite, and recode old patterns that are subject to decay and destruction, with the light fields of harmonized intent that can sustain and repair, maintain and restore. These fields of light flow into spaces that can hold the fields they represent from within the holographic nature of reality. We are speaking of templates for higher living from exalted consciousness. And we ask you to join us as willing participants in holding such light for the evolution of mankind. We thank you for, as you read this, listen and align by choice with the call to unity within this message. You give your permission, and it is granted by your clear and pure intent to co-create with us in this light way. We are keepers of light, of love, peace, harmony, and joy. We are weavers of unified fields of light. We offer ourselves in love as restorers of the divine potentials of holy light and grace. We are one, not separate as many still feel in their limited consciousness. But we can work through even such limited awareness, through the clear intent to join as one, even if the recall of the truth that we are already one is as yet faint. Intent to unify in this fashion for the purpose of anchoring more divine energies of harmony, unity, peace, love, joy, and sustainable living can restore more than you can imagine, simply by your willingness to receive and hold such holy light. And at this point, I want to stop and allow a light language transmission to come through and activate and amplify all that I just shared from this channeled message. And I'm asking all of you to hold it within your heart space and anchor it here with me. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, om. By the way, that means essentially, in essence, the divine presence dwells within me. You hear me say it a lot, so I thought you might want to know what it means. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, om. Aki alokaiwa. Sa. Aleki alokaiwa. Masakai. Aleki alokai. Omakai. Aleki alokai. Hosiki hawako. Aleki alokaiwa. Oya. Anea. Omaha. Malaki alokaya wako takasi. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Aki ako takasa, sumakai, amakai, omakai, alakai. Ale, amakaiwa. Hoki wako takasa. Ale, alo, ala. Kaiwako takasi. Ale ki alo kaiwa. Masalakai chikiawa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Kihalo koda sabakai, aliki alo kaiwa. Maki hakota kasa. Subakai wakota kasa. Molakai, omakai, aliki alako takasa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Omakaya wako takasi. Oya, ale, ale aroma. Alea, alea, ale aroma. Ana, anea, oma. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Ala. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana. Whew. All right. Thank you. Whew. So we have about 20 minutes. And again, I invite anyone listening to request healing. If you have a specific need, I'd be very happy to address that. We're going to move forward and give Spirit a chance to channel if I don't hear from anyone with a specific need. And we will close with a special holiday blessing. Perhaps, on my request, Brother Sean would be willing to put a link in for donations to Doves for Peace, be it for his birthday or just because it is something that you value and receive from and want to give back to. And perhaps he'll also add a link for my website. And you can also find me on Facebook. You can search Laura Pieratt, Divinely Guided Healing on Facebook and follow my work, my light language work there. All right. Let us hold all the children of God to unite in love and peace this Christmas. Right, and that will be the Christmas special blessing we bring in toward the end as we close. I do also want to mention one other beautiful light worker doing amazing work. She is a channel and brings in light code transmissions from many beings of the higher realms. she has a solstice blessing today and activations and global intentions for the Sedona City of Light. So without having her website, I will just invite you, if you wish, to Google on YouTube for Solstice Transmission, Activation of Sedona Crystalline City of Light. And that can be found on YouTube. And her name, this channel, this beautiful light being's name, is Anrita Melchizedek. I follow her work. It is a blessing to all, and particularly to the earth plane. It's vast. Many portals and grids anchored and activated. And you can be part of all of that in her archives. And the one today that she shares with us for the solstice. I did it today, and it takes you through cities of light to anchor in archetypal divine qualities and archetypes. So it's the new energy that we're stepping into. So if you listen to this, it will help you own and embrace things, energies, and aspects that you probably have become masters of in other lifetimes. And it's time to just unify them all now and bring them home. Home through the you are here. Because we're all just unique flavors of the God Source. Just as everything in creation is. Every animal and plant and mineral is a unique, beautiful flavor of the God Source. Creative source of all. So we'll begin opening up to a message from Spirit and a holiday blessing, as Brother Sean put it, holding all the children of God to unite in love and peace. And he is saying this Christmas, and I want to extend that to all faiths and all people, even people who don't participate in the holidays. You have a higher self, you have a guidance team, you have a soul that is eternal, and I just invite you to unify with that. I don't ask you to have any dogma or belief system or to align yourself with any particular thought patterns. Just celebrate you and bring that into love and peace in unity with all others. And that is my gift and blessing for all of us today. Beloved children of light, we greet you this day, this beautiful day of the solstice, where we are sitting with this one, the sun is shining. It is a time of hope and prosperity, of new beginnings, of joyous unification. We invite you to release all that no longer serves you, all that harms your heart. It brings you down. It places you in cascades of defeat and disempowerment. We want to give you an opportunity now to release that with intention. We will hold it for you. We will take it to the light. We will transform it in the light of love. So we ask you to put it on the table. We ask you to be aware and conscious of all the heaviness, the burdens, the suffering, the pain that you are holding now, and that at some time perhaps you took a vow or a promise, or you thought there was no other way, there was no other path but to carry the burdens and the pain and the suffering of your wounds. And we are here to treat your wounds, to heal the wounded, to bring you into peace. And we do it with love. That is our magical elixir. And so we give you a moment here to feel deeply into your core, to remember anything from the past, in this lifetime or any others. You don't need to know what it is consciously, but invite it forward to be placed in the circle of love. All unforgiveness, all patterns that are lesser truth, lesser love, lesser light than the true potential of your holy self. We ask you to bring it forward now. Place it on the transformational fire, and it will be consumed. And you will be given something better, more whole and complete, that is more appropriate for you now. Are you ready to carry the light? Are you ready to wear the mantle of your I Am presence, your divine self? Are you ready to bless and grace everyone you meet? If you say yes to this, you must know it begins at home. It begins within. It begins with you. If you want to bless others, if you want to love others, if you want to assist others in some way, you must begin with you. For there is no other. In the greater reality, there is only one. And that is the divine source, the one true light that flows in and through everything that is. And when you restore your own true light, you have within you that light to ignite it within others, to reflect it to others, and to see beyond their limited view of themselves, so that when they look at you, they see a brighter version of themselves. And this is so key. From where we sit, we see your light. We see your truth. We see your divinity. And we wish you could see it through our eyes. Because also from where we sit, we see it through yours. We see through your eyes of lack and limitation. And we want to hold that for you, the way you want to hold the light of others that you love. So we ask you now to step into your courage, to release all that you have been attached to, all that you thought defined you, all of the labels and limits, the criticisms and the invisibility, the times you felt no one understood or saw you for who you are. We see you for who you are. We know your magnificence. You are divine children of God. You are of the one true light. And we will hold that space for you until you see it through our eyes. Holy children, beloved ones, let us help you anchor this in now. Let it be the gift you receive at this holiday time, whatever faith you follow, or none at all. We simply invite you to embrace a larger version of yourself. It is grand. We're not asking for perfection. We're simply asking for awareness that there is more, that you not settle for suffering, and not settle for living in pain, not settle for living in judgment against your fellow brothers and sisters, for they are your family. We want you to bring peace home into the family of man, into the family of light that humanity represents. And we want you to do it with love. So we're here in the light of love. And we speak from the spaces of joy and peace and eternal knowing. And we open a doorway for you to be with us there. Through this one, feel with her, align with her, and open your heart to receive, for we are placing it through her now. And we are placing it through your higher selves now, directly to you. And we are asking you to be so deeply in your heart, so deeply in your core, that everything that no longer serves you is released without attachment into the higher realms of loving light for re-patterning into love. We ask you to anchor yourselves deep into the earth plane by your gratitude, your love and appreciation for the earth and all of her kingdoms, elements, animals, nature, the aquatic world, the winged ones, the many-legged, the two-legged, the four-legged. There are so many. There are so many who are equal with you, and yet have given their life stream to support you here as you evolve as a humanity. So let us join hearts now. Let us enter peace of being, and let us be one. Open your hearts to release, trust, surrender, and receive all that is given freely. You need do nothing to earn it. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, om. Amakaya wakotakasi, chola kaya wakotakasa. Hale, halo, hala, ham, hala. Hale, halo, hala, hama, hana, hum. Peace be within you. Haki hakotakasa, halehelaha, hum. Let the light ignite in your heart and set you on fire once more to be all that you already are. Haleki alokayawa hum hakayawa, mehe takayawa, hateeki akota, shumhalki halokai hum. Let the truth ring within you. Let it resonate through your bones. Let it sing in your cells. Hakayawa kotakasi, halaki halokota, shubakaya no katene kiawa, halehe takai sokayawa kotakasa, shumakayawa kolakai. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, om. Let the sound of joy, let the feeling of reverence, and let the light of love flow through you with every breath, every thought, every feeling. Let it unite your heart with the heart of one. Hale, halo, hala, hama, hana, hum. Hale, hala, kayawa, kotakasa, sumakaya no katene kiawa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Maki akotakasa, mala ela a, shubakai okayawa ko shi ikiawa. Be'e takayawa kotakasi kayawa, shumakayawa kotakasa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Hote e sakai, chomakayawa, shobakayawa kota, shumhalki halokai, haleki halokai, chulpakasa, shumakayawa, chomakayawa. Ale, alo, ala, ama, ana, Sa, 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 ana. Ala, Wow. That was more emotional and powerful than even I expected. I hope you feel the blessing embedded in that. And let it transform you in deep and wonderful and meaningful ways. I'm going to check the chat here and see if there's any requests. No? So we are coming to an end here. We have just about 6 minutes. And I would just love to hold a space of silence, if you will join me, for a couple of those minutes. Because I really want you to sit embedded and immersed in that last transmission. I guess they want to sing through me, so instead of silence, we'll tone a little. Anikia wakotakasa. Malaki alo kaiwa home. Malaki alo koya wako. Malaki alo kaiwa. Yawa. Uma. Uma. Sa 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 sa. Uma. Ala. Happy solstice and holiday blessings of peace, love, joy, harmony, and all good things. Prosperity in the new year. And with that, we are complete. Thank you for joining me. Again, you can find much more on my website, laurapieratt.com. And I look forward to seeing you next time on Doves for Peace on January 6th, I believe. And perhaps we will do an alignment to the prosperity grid for social consciousness. I look forward to it, to meeting in our hearts once again. And so it is. I am. Allah.